So when I had got ripped off at that point in time, I just learned. I used it as a learning curve. I'm not gonna lie. At the time, it was. That's a lot of money to me. You understand? Because you know what I mean? Because I was doing good then. I was doing real good.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is a lot of money. Like, I felt like a dickhead. You're not gonna lie. You know what I mean? I felt stupid and that, but I tried to pick sense from nonsense and just had to be optimistic about it. So listen, it's better happen now than you blow up, you make $1 million and somebody's ripping off crazy money. And it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because they're taken from when you're actually successful up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, listen, you made a dumb mistake. You know, get me? You trusted some idiot. Why did you do that? Yeah, but now you know that can't happen again.
Bingo.
Of course.
That's it. Yeah. And it's never happened again. Do you know what I mean? Like and don't get twisted. People have tried to ginnels me again, but I see it straight away. But what's this to this? I don't play about nothing now, and they know like, right, she's not stupid, didn't it? You know what I mean? Because it was an expensive lesson I had to learn, but I learned it, and now I'm ready to go. I'm sort of like, you know what I mean, full steam ahead now with the music now, and that's why I've been so active in that, and I've just been focused on the music. That's it. Yeah. These people, you don't even see this guy no more. He's nobody. And at the time, it was so stupid because afterwards, it's like everything was fake. Yeah, he did buy all his followers. Everything that I was thinking at the time, I was like, he's got a lot of followers, but why is there no interactions on his page?
Bingo.
Why is there only like one like?
Too many.
That's why.
Why is there only? If it doesn't match up, now I know these things. I understand the algorithm. Like nobody can't ginnels me. I'm like, listen, they ain't real followers. I ain't working with you. That don't make no sense. You get me? Because you're.
He's probably following himself.
That's what he does.
Got a burner account.
That's what he does.
He's following himself.
He's got hundreds of burner accounts. He rips people off.
That's what people do, though.
You know what I mean? And it's just it's sad. At that time, I was like, yo, it was so stupid at the time because I was like, you didn't have to do this. I was putting in money anyway. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, what gal you know is actually going to do that anyway? You understand? That's how you know I'm a real one. You get me? Because I was like, listen, I want us both to do our thing. I want us both to win. Come, I'm going to put down for this. Put just the verse. Just drop the verse. That's it. Let's go. Instead, you took my money and bought an Audi TT and you don't even have a license.
You got too greedy.
Do you know what I did with that whip? Because I caught the whip there at one point outside his mum's yard.
Did you key the whip?
You wanted to smash it up, I bet you.
I did.
You did?
All the windows. Burnt that out. If I can't have it, you can't have it either.
That's it.
She went savage, man. She went savage. So,
and I'm not gonna lie, when I first turned up, I was ready to. I was on smoke for everybody in the yard. I'd listen, don't make me lick down everyone. You get me? I'm like, listen, 5 racks. 5 racks. I was like, listen, I'm licking down everybody. Fuck your family. I'm not gonna lie. You understand? I was like, did you? You understand? Because I was like, did you care about my family when you was taking food out my kid's mouth? Because I had a young child at the time. You understand? So I was on crud. I'm not gonna lie. I went to his mum's house. Yeah, it just become a thing where he was like, oh, you know, he was putting stuff online where, oh, she's just hating on me. And, you know what I mean? He's trying to put that image out.
Manipulation, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's used to doing that format. So that's what he does. Oh, yeah, it was her why we don't talk no more. It was her why everything went pear-shaped. These times, man, you tried to teeth my whole song and clap 5 bags on me, you know what I mean?
Like you said, like what you said, some people are always gonna, especially if you know deep down they're done you wrong.
Yeah.
But obviously some people are always gonna try to manipulate the situation and try to say, nah, because of this, because of that. You get me? Like, fast forward, yeah? Let's talk about, obviously, you know, like when you had your kids and you brought your kids like around, obviously, you know, into your studio sessions and all of that. Like, how was that journey like?
So, okay, so when I first got pregnant, so I had my first at 18, my family was very much like, yeah, she's done now. You get me? Like, she ain't doing no music. And actually, I started out being a dancer. I used to be like a backing dancer. I just shut it down. Like, in South London, I was killing all the contests. Always first, literally, as a kid. So nobody in my family really paid attention to the musical side of me because it was sort of like a hidden hobby in a sense. So I just went away, did my thing, and then people would hear about, right, yeah, I heard that they had the show and it was hard. And it was like, really?
Did your parents know at this time that what you was doing, obviously, like outside?
Yeah, they knew.
No, did they support it?
Yeah. My mum more supported my dancing. And I don't know. I think it was just more so because, like, okay, long story short, I left home very young. I got kicked out very young.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, I got kicked out very young.
Like you were still talking to your parents though.
Yeah,
Regardless
but I
of
was
being
still
kicked
talking to my
out.
parents.
Yeah.
But so by
But
the
relationship
time,
wasn't the same, wasn't it?
exactly, it wasn't the same. So by the time I'd actually left home, they hadn't seen that side of me, if that makes sense.
'Cause you wasn't-
I was going out to other places and shutting down shows, but my family don't really know me because I wasn't in the loop. I mean, I'm not there. I mean, so it become more so of a thing where, you know, once I started getting just a little bit of name on the roads or whatever, even my mum's friends was going to her like, yeah, can get her to send me some music, you know what I'm saying? And they were saying stuff like that. That's when she was more like, now she'll come to me and be like, yeah, can you remix this song? Can you remix that song? You know what I'm saying? She's proper like, she's down involved. But my mum's always been involved in music as well, because she's like, she used to be like a sound girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a
So
sense.
you
So
come
she-
from a music background.
yeah, literally. Like, my whole family, they're all musical. Like, so, you know, we got Shivers the Butcher. He was shutting down the dubstep, still shutting it down, you know what I mean? And now he's actually blown up now. And you see how many people is in his show. It's like, it's crazy. I've watched him do so many things, like, in terms of, like, because he used to mix on decks. You know, back in the day, he used to have the techniques and all of that.
Yeah.
So he would do some amazing stuff. You know, when you're in the middle of chopping a song and it's right in the middle, he would go downstairs, make tea, make breakfast, come out, and it's still perfect.
Yeah.
And that's
One
like,
of those
that's
ones.
the way his skills were. He knows everything the back of his hand. So now to see him actually out there doing his thing, and he's got crowds of people come to his shows, and he's making money. He's bought a house. From doing what he loves. Nobody thought that dubstep was gonna blow up like that. You understand what I'm saying? Who's thinking you're buying houses off dubstep? But the fact that he stuck to his guns, and now he's doing it. He's married. He's da-da-da. Like, he's out. He's come out the hood now. You know what I mean? So I look at that and I've just got so much love for and respect for him. And now he's happy that I'm doing my thing now. You know what I mean? He watches me doing my thing now. And now I'm going to get him to drop like a little 16 on a thing and that.
Yeah.
But back to the kids.
Yeah, how did you manage to, like, you know, navigate, obviously having your kids
Back
around
to the
your
kids.
studio sessions and all of that?
So because I was a young mum and I was still very active, I was doing a lot of performances, doing this and that. I'm sweating like a pig. But yeah.
We're together, don't worry, man. Usually it's just me, so it's good to have somebody who's sweating with me.
So yeah, I just ended up taking. So my eldest is actually 19 now. So when she was a baby, she would be in there, and they made it sort of, you know, kid friendly environment, because obviously studios aren't always kid friendly.
Of course, there's
Obviously,
usually
people
drinking,
be
smoking,
and whatever. But once True hits the studio, they was like, yeah, True and the baby's here. Take that outside. Do you know what I mean? That's how it was. So it was a friendly environment for them to be able to be there. And she was a smart baby in a sense where, you know, when it's time to record, shh, everybody quiet.
Oh,
You'd
bless.
be like, shh, she'd be like this, sitting there like this. So she understood
Bless her.
the little things about studio and how it works. So now, if I'm in the middle of mixing and mastering a song, and I can say to her, okay, where's the fade? Where's this? And she knows everything.
Yeah.
She doesn't do music. She can actually sing, and beautifully. She's recorded a song when she was younger. Now she don't have no interest in recording or whatever it is, but she knows everything.
Yeah, because she's been around.
She's been around it,
Yeah,
and that's how you know kids are sponges. And it's funny because my eldest, she sings and she sings very great. My youngest, she raps very great.
All of it comes from you as well.
And my youngest
Literally.
is my twin. My eldest is her dad's twin.
Oh, okay.
My youngest, she looks a dead stamp of me, and she raps her ass off. Well, I mean, she's literally like, and not just to say because she's my child.
Yeah.
I've been in studios, like I said, I've been in so many studios and written for other people, and I've dealt with people with mental illness and dealt with people that have all types of issues and stuff, and they're bouncing off the walls. It's hard to get them to record. My daughter, she just took direction and recorded the song, and it was fire. You know what I mean? But they was like, well, that's your daughter rapping. They was like, yeah. I made it. It was actually one of my songs, and it had swearing and stuff in it. I took all the swearing out of it, made it kid friendly song. And that was that. It sounded like a kid song.
Yeah. So even talk about motherhood just quickly before we move on, yeah? Like, obviously, this is one of the most popular questions that I ask on the Red Chair, especially obviously for mothers and fathers, to be fair, yeah? Like, you as, obviously, you know, like, as a black woman, obviously, you know, living in this country and whatnot, just in general, obviously, I don't want to make this about, you know, being black or whatever, but yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, like, just in general, you get me, like, how are you finding motherhood just in general, and especially like in the times that we're living in at the moment?
It's been a journey.
Tell me about
Especially
it.
being a young mum as well. Like now it's weird because I've got a 19-year-old and everybody's starting to have their kids now. You know what I mean? So it's weird in a sense because my youngest is 14, my eldest is 19. I don't really have too many. They go to school by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have too much responsibility. Obviously, I'm a mum.
Yeah.
I'm there. But it's different. They're not babies. So they're pretty much, they just get on with it and they do their own thing. But yeah, like being a mum, being a young black single mum, you know what I mean? As we do. Yeah, I had more than enough rough moments, obviously. I suffered with depression in the early stages. Because as I said, I got kicked out very early when I was young. And then when I got to 21, I literally had a breakdown. And everything hit me and I realised, oh shit, you wasn't meant to go through all of that. Because at the time, like I said, I wasn't living a legit life. I'm not going to lie to you. Running cards at 12. And there wasn't nothing you could tell me about running cards. Literally.
For those, if you don't mind quickly, for those who might haven't, because I think this might go over their head, innit? Some people said, what exactly do you mean by running cards?
Running cards. Oh gosh. Okay, Vlad. That's even not joking. You know what you mean? Okay, Vlad. I don't know what. Okay.
Now, if you don't want to talk all jokes aside, we can just move on if you want. I just thought maybe. Do you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, man. So, cool. Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I wasn't doing good stuff to get
Mind
money,
you.
but
Yeah.
you know, it was an environmental thing. Like I look at it now and say, listen, I'm a good person. I was a
Yeah.
good person then.
Yeah, man.
But literally, hunger was taking my belly,
Of
and
course.
I was like,
come on, you do whatever you need to do.
He
You get
hates
me?
all of that stuff.
So, like,
exactly. So
cool. Let's move on from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fast forward. Yeah. How obviously once again, remember when we said like I got a brethren who's got like a lot of Caribbean and African in him. Yeah. Pause. Yeah. My brethren there. Yeah. He's got obviously a few mixes as well. Yeah. Obviously, you know, you've got African in you and you've got Caribbean in you. Yeah. How does it feel in general, you know, to have both sides in you, Caribbean and African? Obviously, in your own reality, how's that?
I love it. It's fun.
It's
fun.
Where are you from in Africa? Where are you from in
So
from
my
the Caribbean?
dad is Nigerian,
Okay.
EB tribe,
Ibu.
Yeah.
Okay.
and my mum is Bayesian.
Okay.
Yeah, my mum's
Ooh.
Bayesian. So yeah, and they don't get along.
They don't get along.
Yeah, so my mum had me at 16, and yeah, my dad kicked out. And then my mum found my dad when I was like 11, 12. We found him through the Yellow Pages. Yeah, so we found the name.
Yellow Pages,
Yeah, found him through the Yellow Pages.
Mental. That's how you know.
You know, old
Back
school.
then, no social
Before
media.
social media, you get it?
before social
So she found him in
media,
the she found him in the Yellow Pages. Well, she found my granddad.
Was Yellow
first.
Pages like a Google back in the days?
It was.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, basically it was a
Yeah,
big,
you find,
thick
you find jobs on there.
book.
I remember, obviously, I
Full of
remember, but I
numbers.
never.
Phone numbers
Yeah,
and-
I remember the big yellow book, but I never ever went in it.
Exactly.
For anything.
Even
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah, I mean-
there
You know
was
what?
two. You had the Yellow Pages and
Yeah.
you had something
You
else.
had the
Exactly.
yeah, but your
Something-
home number would be
A to
in
Z.
that yellow book.
in there,
Yeah.
exactly.
Was the other thing A to Z?
You had the phone number.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? So imagine she found him in there, like, and it was like a rough road of, because I don't think, okay, so my mum was in a domestic violence situation for many years, for 12 years, with my stepdad, Jamaican man. That's my sibling's dad. And yeah, a lot was going on. So because she was in a domestic violence situation, it was just a bit. He made it very clear that he didn't like me and stuff, and all these weirdo things.
Took it out on you.
Yeah, he took it out on me and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I lost my train of thought a little bit. Where was I going with this?
Yeah.
Where was you asking?
Now, remember the question was just simply of like how does it feel overall to
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
to
so-
be African and Caribbean?
So yeah, so I'm just trying to sort of.
No, you're right.
Because
You're
my
right.
family's a bit techie.
Yeah.
So yeah, so because
Don't worry, I'm listening. If you get lost, I got you.
So
Don't
because
worry.
my stepdad
we got you.
was Jamaican.
Yeah.
I was obviously raised very Caribbean. My dad wasn't around. I didn't know the African side of I was raised as a Caribbean, literally. So, my stepdad is pretty much a yardie. My mum was very yardie-fied, even though she's Bayesian.
Yeah.
So I was raised very yardie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was very out of touch with my African side until I met my granddad, obviously. My mum found him in the Yellow Pages. I went to his house for the first time in Penge. They had all this African, and you know what is crazy? He could have just denied me on the spot, on the spot, really and truly. Do you know what I mean? But he looked at me, and you won't really see them right now because I've got a bit of makeup on. But he looked at me. He said, "The nose, she has freckles. My dad has freckles over his face, and I'm the only one that has freckles and stuff. So I've picked up a lot of genes and traits from my dad.
From your dad.
He was like, I was like, yes, come, you understand? And then he just embraced me with love, you understand, with love. And it's a moment that I'll always remember. He's passed away now.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's passed away now. But that was my first interaction with my Nigerian side. And, they had the fufu out and everything. And then they was offering my mum food. But as I said, she's very Caribbean. She don't know nothing about African food. She's like, no, good, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just, like, get me stuck in there. She's like, yeah, you're proper African. You know what I mean? She saw me in my...
It could cook though, innit?
Yeah.
Was your dad like a good cook?
Yeah.
Is that proper cook, innit?
Yeah,
Like, he could cook
yeah,
proper food for you.
Yeah. So, thank you. So I know I'm sweating like crazy.
There's a few.
Nah, it's all good. Before we touch on a few things as well, yeah. Like, I just wanted obviously to just ask you before we completely move on from like this topic, like in terms of like music, business, yeah. Obviously, we still live in the information. Obviously, right now there's more information in it about people. People come out and talk about their experiences. They talk about what they've learned about obviously the music and so forth moving forward. Yeah, like obviously one good thing that you said after going through what you've been through. Obviously now you experience, you educated yourself as well. Could we talk about a little bit about your uni experience and obviously what you went to uni to study?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did events management. Like, do you know what's crazy? I never thought I would go to uni anyway.
Why not?
It was never in my brain to go to uni. You understand? I was too busy living life. I was in these roads. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? So I was living such a rough life. I didn't think about going to uni. Like, you know what I mean? And imagine, it's just one day, my friend, she was like, I'm going to try out for this uni. I'm going to apply for this uni. And she was like, you're going to come, because I ain't leaving without you. And you get me? I'm not leaving you behind. You know, she's a bit bougie type, and I was more the little ratchet friend. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it, I'm going to come, innit? Imagine, so we all go as a group of friends, and I'm the only one that gets in. Oh. I'm the only one that's qualified. Yeah, because during my journey of I got kicked out at 11 years old. Yeah, and it's a bit of a mad thing because obviously, like I said, my mum was in a DV situation. We got put in a refuge. So we moved clean from South London to West London. I didn't know nobody down there and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was just a bit... Yeah, it was just a bit of a rough road.
That adaptation was really weird. You couldn't really adapt.
I couldn't... Yeah, I'm just out of sync. I've got taken from my end at 12. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're just... You're going into high school. You understand? You're getting to know people and all of that. Do you know what I mean? So, where's we go with it? The question?
The question... University.
Yeah, university.
Like
okay, so let's go with it.
You know what you studied at university.
So, because I kind of had that lifestyle before, I didn't think of going to university, and I ended up being the only person to get in. Where I was going with it was, even though I was kicked out very early, I didn't miss a day of school. I still got all my A to C GCSEs.
Tell them.
I wasn't good at maths, but I got a B in maths. You understand? And I always believed back then, when I was in school, I always told myself I'm more of a practical learner. I'm not an academic learner. I always told myself this. You know what I mean? I didn't think I could do it. Then I got to uni and it was second nature. I mean, it was easy. I felt like I knew everything because of my life experience. Yeah. That was the weird situation. And all the lecturers loved me. That was the weirdest thing. Like,
I love what you just said there, you know.
I got along with all the lecturers. And the funniest thing about the lecturers, they were people just like me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and it was a very weird feeling because it's like, raw, I thought to get here,
you had to do
I had to do X, Y, and Z to get here. And once I got there, I was like, bro, this is like being back in the hood. I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit because I was like, this is like being... Because the type of people that was going, like, and not to be funny, like, obviously, you get certain people, black people, that you feel like they talk down on people because they're there now. You understand what I'm saying? But what they wasn't realising, I'm from a certain background. Do you understand? So that don't really make sense, you having that type of attitude. I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. When I was there, I remember there was these two oh, the African women. And it wasn't that nice to me. You know what I mean? Do you know what's crazy as well? When I went to that uni, the person that was in the group, Anthony Joshua's dad, was in the group as well. Wow. He used to go to uni with me. Okay. Lovely guy. You see the type of people that I've come into contact with, I'm telling you, on this journey, it's like an angel's been watching over me.
Yeah.
And there was these 2 African women, they wasn't nice to me. They kept trying to cut me out of the project. We had to do this project together now and put this event together and that. Obviously, I'm knowledgeable. I'm doing it in real life, outside of uni. Music, so they're like...